Okay, so the data has been loaded. We are ready to go. The first thing that you will notice when you load the data is that this will give you a summary of the data set. You will not be able to see them all. You will only be able to show the first 5 entries of the data set. But if you want to see more, you can go here and see 30 entries or 50 entries, and then the other entries. The entries means the parts of the data set. Then you can navigate through more if you click on all those buttons down there. But this is not a very efficient way of seeing the data. If you want to see the data set, it's always more helpful to go to Excel and just take a look at it on Excel. That's much more practical, right? So what we are going to do is just go directly to the visualize button up here. I'm going to go just click there to the visualize button, and you will notice that by default inside will pick the first variable, and it's going to show the first variable. The first variable is called flips. All right, I don't really remember what that is, but that's really boring. We are going to change that. All right, we are going to start visualizing the distribution of income in the United States and see how easy this is. I can go here, open this menu, and this is a list of all the variables contained in the data set. So these names that you see here correspond to the headers of the data set. So one of them is income per capita. So I'm going to go over here, click on income per capita, and automatically you will see that this graph over here will reload. Now, what is this graphic that we have over here? This is a distribution graphic, right? It's like a dot plot. We have tons of little dots. Each one of these little dots corresponds to a county, so there will be more than 3,000 counties over here. How do I know? All right, let's focus not on the graphic for now. Let's focus on the numerical summaries of data. You can get a summary of this particular variable that you have selected on the summary section over here. So I can click on that summary, and this gives you a statistical summary of the data, right? It shows you, for example, remember that we are seeing average income per capita per county, okay, per county. So the averages are here. We have the mean and we have the median. So this is the mean, all right, the mean personal income per capita in the United States, $23,625 per year. The median is a little bit lower, it's $22,900 a year. So we have the median and the mean. Remember that the mean, it is basically the arithmetic mean, is calculated by adding up all the values of your data set, in this case 3,000 and something values, all right, all the counties, and then dividing the result of that sum by the number by the number of counties that we have. So we add up all those numbers that we have, all those values, and then we divide by 3,000 and something counties, and the result is the arithmetic mean. And then the median is the value in your distribution that cuts the distribution in half, is the value that is at the middle, at the center of your distribution, right? We have other variables here, right? For example, we have the minimum value. So this is the minimum average income per capita per county. We have the maximum value, so the county that has a highest average personal income in the United States has an average income of more than $62,000. We have the standard deviation. If you want to learn what the standard deviation is, you can read about it in the Truthful Art. We have the sample size, so this tells you that there are more than 3,000 counties in the mix. And then we have the quartiles. We are going to get to the quartiles in just 1 minute. So this is the first quartile. This is the median is the second quartile, and then the third quartile over here. So this is a great way of getting a summary of getting a summary of the statistics of this particular variable in order to start understanding it. If I change the variable here, right, if for example go here and say, percentage of black population, right, percentage of African American population, this summary here will change, all right? It will show me the average percentage. Well, in this case, you can see that these are decimals, 0.02, 0.11, 0.85, but these are percentages. So this 0.85 basically means 85%. So this means that the county that has the largest African American population in the United States has an 85% of African Americans. 85% of the population of that particular county is African Americans. The mean, though,
is 0.1 almost. That means 10%. This is nearly 10%. It's actually 9 point something percent. Again, we have the same values. We have the minimum, which is 0. So there are countries in the United States that have no African Americans. The maximum is 85%. The median is 0.02, and the mean is 0.09. So the median is 2%, but the mean is 9%. And then we have the standard deviation, and then we have the sample size again. So you can explore any other of the variables that we have over here. Percentage of people who have college degrees in 2014, income per capita, any other variable, you will see that you can get the summary statistics over here. And there's another way of seeing the summary statistics. It's a little bit hidden, but if you go to the manipulate variables menu up here, all right, and then you go here to create variables, all right, I will explain what this is later on. This will give you the summary statistics of all the variables that you have in the data set. Instead of having to select them one by one, all right, you can get them all together on a single screen if you want to take a look at more than one of them at the same time. If you want to go back to the visualize, you just can click on there, and then we go back over here, and we are going to go back to plot, because next I am going to explain what this plot is and why it is so useful.